All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our generative AI course, and we're still going over our text to SQL project. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. Now, of course, as you know, this project is moving along pretty swiftly, so we added a bunch more notes and we added more code to our project. Let's have a look at what we went over. Last thing we did last night was define our prompt, so we're going to pick up where we left off from there. And this is our prompt. Note, we can ask our model multiple questions at once. That will look something like this. So let's move down here and see how we can ask our model multiple questions at once. So you can see we have our initial question here, the example one, how many entries of records are present. You can see right underneath that here, this is supposed to be two, I didn't change it. We have example two, which student is focusing on multitasking. Now, also you can see the prompts are different in how they handle the questions. You can see here, this one is going to select count all from student. So we're going to count all of the students from that section of students here. From this one here, it says select all from student, where selection equals multitasking. So the model is going to look for the selection that says multitasking, and then it's going to return all of the students that actually have this as their section. That's that. That's our prompt, and that's how we can ask it multiple questions at once. The next thing we would do is set up our Streamlit. This is how we would do that. We will start by configuring our page using the config function. This config function will take a parameter, which will be the title of our page. Then we will add a header. The header is what we will title our model. The next thing we will do is create a text box that will take our inputs in the form of questions. We will use an input function to do this. The input function we take as parameter, or the input function will take, sorry about that, we'll take as parameter input, which is the cue to enter the user's question. We will also use another parameter, which will be key. This parameter allows us to enter any key in our input text box. The next step will be to create a submit button. We will do that with a button function, which will have a prompt as parameter. The next thing to do is to define what happens if we submit is clicked. If submit is clicked, we want to generate a response to the question we entered into the text box. Remember that our prompt is in the form of a list, so inside the response equals model.generate content section of our define get Gemini response, we have to indicate which prompt we want to use in cases of multiple prompts by indexing into the prompt. See line 242, for example. So let's go to 242, for example, really quickly. You see exactly what we're talking about here. So as you can see here with the response equals model.generate content inside of our define to get Gemini response, we have to specify which prompt we want to actually use because we're using multiple prompts. So we see here we have index 0, letting them know that we want to use the first prompt out of the list. Now basically that's everything we did for the night. That's the gist of everything. We added more notes and we did add our Streamlit. We did get down here and I did go through all of defining the everything that went to the Streamlit. I'll probably walk through it tomorrow. I don't really want to do it tonight. It is a lot of reading. It did get extensive with walking through everything we implemented in the Streamlit. And of course, we did bring everything over here to our SQL.py file, the one that we're actually going to run when we're ready to run our model. So everything is over here now and updated. You can see we have our multiple question prompt here, and then we have our Streamlit app here, and we have our button created here. So everything is moving along smoothly and swiftly. So yeah, I will keep you posted every step of the way as usual though. But for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.